Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I'm E and currently I'm a sophomore at Department of Foreign Languages at Saigon University. My major is English Linguistics, specializing in commerce and tourism. And now I'm going to tell you how my first field trip to the west of Vietnam. So let's take a glance at my travel itinerary to see what am I going to visit. Let's go! Okay, let's look at the map on the screen now. You can see all the destinations that I visited during the 5-day trip. From Saigon University, we began a long out drive to Chau Doc City by coach to visit yehhh cajuput forest. But before that, we had dropped by Mekong rest stop to have our breakfast. And then it took me around 2 hours to Ha Tien City. At that place, we visited Ngoc and had a night time in Ha Tien Market. The next destination is Phu Island, where we were taken by a speedboat to see a fish sauce factory, Long Beach, Phu Quoc pagoda, Pearl Island's honey, Pearl Farm, Pepper Farm, and Grand World. After 2 days in Phu Island, we got back to the land by ferry and moved to Tho City. This is also the most interesting locations, as I could have a crack at going to the Cai Rang floating market at sunrise and visit Tho Hung Kings temple. Finally, we finished our super great journey by being driven back to school and filled our mind with a full of memories. Okay, and now stop beating about the bush and we go straight to the point. I'm in Mekong rest stop in Tien province. We will have a breakfast here, so let's see what will I eat today. So let's go! This is bánh canh, which includes thick Vietnamese noodles, some sliced pork and shrimp mixing into a fresh broth. But I find that the toppings are quite tasteless, and it's like there is no link with the broth, which is very great. So I'm a little bit disappointed. I wish that the flavor would be more intense. And this is my first location, yehhh cajuput forest. I'm crossing over the Kill Bridge, which is actually a boarding route to help the tourists closer to nature. On the other side of it, there is yehhh cajuput forest, with a breathtaking view exposed by many rows of trees and immersed wetlands. I have to say that the local people are so friendly and hospitable. We share many laughter and happiness together in the boat with the boatman and people around us. Hello! That, you see? And now, I feel exhilarated if you like it and ready to explore the next land with you, Ha Tien. And now, we will go to Ha Tien North Market. We're crossing. Oh my god, this is the first time I traveled by tricycle. It's so amazing. I mean that I feel out of this world. This is kind of the traditional music of the western part of Vietnam. It's called Phu Quoc. I'm really into those songs, as the lyrics are so meaningful and gorgeous. And if you listen carefully, you can hear our singing along. Now we are in Ngoc Storm, where local people commemorate the explorer of Ha Tien Inland. And right now, I will come in and show you what's inside. So, go with me. The second place that we had a chance to visit was the Ngoc Mausoleum relic, which is right at the foot of the Bang San mountain, where people worship the Ngoc family. Ngoc was the Chinese trader who publicly discovered Ha Tien land 300 years ago. The tomb of Ngoc is at the highest position, built of stone shaping into a semicircle. The tomb was built according to the good feng shui, with the back leaning on the mountain, the face facing the sea, and two statues of two gods made of stone located in two sides of the grave. Many groups of people come here for worshipping ritually on every occasion. Okay, move on another region. Phu Island is considered to be a pearl island. It's a famous destination that attracts tourists by beautiful beaches and nature. I have just moved to Phu Island by speedboat, which called Phu Express. Phu Island is belong to Tien province, where there are the mix of beautiful landscapes, forests, and beaches. So it's actually a famous tourist attraction for both foreign and Vietnamese people. I want to take you some well-known destinations which tourists usually visit now. Of course, when mentioning about Phu Quoc, fish sauce will spring to our mind. As you can see, fish sauce is produced manually with the no machine. Sauce makers add fishes, salt, and other raw materials into large wooden barrels like this, in proportions respectively, to make the tasty fish sauce. Wow, what a good display! I really want to buy something, but unfortunately it's not my cup of tea, so I think that I will buy another thing. I can say that food is not a tourist trap because you can look at the price here. Very affordable price for a specialty like fish sauce. Okay, time for beach. Maybe you will think that.
What a phony girl. Why you can smile like that?
Yeah, that's right. I'm faking my image. Ooh, look at that. What's a crystal clear water here? We were not allowed to swim because of the big wave. It's a little bit sad, but no problems, as we had to make a plan. Let's go! I really like the dynamic lifestyle here. It's not like an isolated island. People parked like sardines. This is the street food. It's so great, so delicious. And the next location is Tho Quoc Pagoda, also known as one of the Trúc Lâm Zen monasteries in the country, which is the largest pagoda in Phu Quoc. Have you ever wondered why it's a pagoda but not a temple? I've watched a documentary film about the monastery, and it explained that pagodas focus mainly on Buddhism, while temples might be dedicated to different religions and culture. There is a marble monolithic Buddha statue in a very vivid and soulful manner in the shade of a tree. The landscape is so majestic, and the environment here is peaceful and quiet than ever. It makes me feel grounded. And many prayers come here for well-being and good health every day. This place actually makes me become calmer and has a clear understanding about mindfulness and compassion. Now, adding more smile to our life by watching the staff open the oysters. First, there was a 5-minute explanation of the pearl cultivation process and the different types of colors of the pearls. Then they picked out and opened 2 oysters for tourist observation. Next, I visited freely and followed the elevator right up to the expansive showroom with all types of jewelry on display, from rings, necklace, earrings, with a reasonable price. But of course, it's not affordable to me at all. Who loves honey? Raise your hand. I have a sweet tooth, so honey must be my must-have thing to buy. Now I'm going to wander around the forest where the bees live and produce a full source of honey. The presenter also told us about the life cycle and reproduction of the bees. Look at the bees, they still work hard despite the gas. And as I mentioned before, I bought 2 bottles of honey. Let's see what will we have on the pepper farm. After visiting the pepper garden, we tried eating some slices of mango with many kinds of sauces. But I just remember 2 kinds of them. There are pepper sauce and Vietnamese fermented shrimp sauce. But they both savory. It's like it's mixed together, creating very nice sauces. I love those. One more interesting part, Grand Road. But you know that it would have been extremely fun if we hadn't encountered Rain World. But finally we decided to mingle to the rain to live our life to the fullest by watching the charm of Venice show. It is absolutely a romantic love story on Venice River. Okay, do you want something to pep you up? Come with me to Cần Thơ City. We went for a walk over the bridge, namely Cần Thơ Love Bridge, and you know the time from 19 to 21 p.m. It's ideal to walk around and have fun with your friends under many sparkling lights. And now, let's be an early bird going to the Cai Rang floating markets at sunrise. Around 5 a.m. Cai Rang Floating Market is located on Cai Rang River. It's about 30 minutes away from Ninh Kiều Key by boat. And right now, I'm so excited. I would love to take you with me and share you with amazing experience. Cai Rang Floating Market is one of the most interesting tourist attractions in Cần Thơ City. The most bustling and busiest moment of the market is from 5 a.m. So it's the best time for you to visit there. That lady, that man, and that boat just came out of nowhere to approach our boat without crossing. How amazing they are! It's so incredible to see people living on boats, and it's just another Vietnamese lifestyle, heritage, and culture. And this is the place where people sell a lot of local specialities like some Thai food and snacks. Wow! Can you help me to name those dishes? I have no idea about that. I broadened my horizon a lot by watching people make foods like this. So interesting. Let's see how she fried a bunch of noodles on the pan that way. And some traditional things like áo bà ba, which is the costume of local people living in the southwest of Vietnam. Although the market was not as crowded as I expected, it pictured the beauty of sceneries and honest people here. Have fun enough this time for revising our country of origin. I cannot wait to take you to Hung King Temple to remind ourselves of our legendary national ancestors, Hung Kings, and forefathers like Long Quân and foremother Âu Cơ. You should look at the unique architecture of Hung King's Temple. I will tell you incredible things. The main temple, built with 18 stylish bowls, represents the 18 Hung Kings. And surrounding the main temple are 54 cylindrical pillars forming a circle in a lake that symbolizes the community of 54 ethnic groups of Vietnam. And finally, a toast to our trip. We had a gala to end our trip by full of energetic and wonderful performances. And this is our team's performance. Okay, that's all what I want to tell you in my trip to the southwest of Vietnam. Thanks for your company. Goodbye!